everyone, welcome to GillysCraftWorld, and in this course I'm going to teach you how to knit. Knitting is a lot of fun. Different techniques you can use when it comes to knitting. You can do lace knitting, you can do color knitting, you can do cables. There's such a variety and it's so much fun. I really encourage you to pick up those needles and start working. I'm going to be from the very beginning how to knit. How to choose your yarn. I'm going to show you the needles that match the different yarn. I'm going to show you how to cast on, how to actually knit, and we're going to be looking at making this scarf, this little infinity scarf. It's a small little one. If you want to make a big one, you can just keep making this longer and then close it together the way I'll show you. I just wanted a small one. I didn't need a big one. I needed just a little one. But you can make it very long and then twist it around so it goes around your head. But it is joined together. And yeah, so it's very easy. This is made in kind of a rib. It's using rib, so you're using 3 knit, 3 purl, 3 knit, 3 purl. And that's how I'm making the whole thing. And then you alternate after a few rows, you change it and do the purls above the knit. But I'll show you how to do that. And yeah, so I'm going to show you a few examples in the next lesson just of different types of knitting that you have. And then I'm excited to get started with you. And yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I don't mind answering your questions. Ask me, and whatever attachments I have, that will be with the lesson. But other than that, yeah, feel free to ask me whatever. So let's get started. Right, I thought I'd show you just a few things when it comes to knitting. There's a lot of different things that you can do in knitting, which is a lot of fun. You know, you don't have to just knit and purl. This is a purl stitch over here. And this is called ribbing. This is ribbing. These are cables that we did. And cables are a lot of fun. You're literally twisting your work around. And these are little wristlets that I made. But really nice. That's a nice thing to do. Then you get your lace. A lot of different lace patterns. This is also all knitted in cotton. And I just took a lace pattern and made these. These can get really complicated and you can get some pretty easy ones. This one's kind of in between. It's a little bit, yeah, this one's a little bit more on the complicated side. Simply because I like to memorize my patterns, and this one was a little bit tricky to memorize. I don't like to keep looking at a pattern. After a few rows I've memorized it and I can do it without a pattern. But this one kept me kind of sticking to my pattern. Beautiful. I mean, you can really make some gorgeous things with lace. And as I say, this is only one. There are thousands of different patterns. This here is Stockinette Stitch. It's 1 row knit, 1 row purl. And that's what gives you this look, and that's what it looks like on the other side. It looks like all purl stitches there. But this is your stockinette stitch. If you just did plain knitting, plain knit stitch, you would end up with garter stitch, and it would look, yeah, it would look like that, because on the other side it's your stockinette stitch. And that's what it would look like if you just did knit 1 row, knit the next row, just knit rows. It'll give you a garter stitch. Then you get what's known as color work, and you make different things in color. This, I just made a hat. This is a little hat that I've made, and you can do a lot of different borders and you do color work. This is what it looks like on the inside, the way I did it. Now, a lot of people just strand their work. For example, you just bring your yarn over, or you can catch it a lot more, which I tend to do. I like catching my work more than not. Just the technique I prefer. But yeah, it makes your work pretty thick, but I just love color work. I think this would probably be one of my favorite things to do, is color work. I love it. But then I love the cables and the lace as well. So yeah, I just love doing a lot of different things. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you a few things when it comes to knitting, just to inspire you. And don't give up. If you're struggling to understand how to do something, don't give up. All I can say is just keep practicing, keep trying, and it will come to you. There is a bit of a knack to knitting. You've got to master the basics first, but it's really not hard. You know, once you've got your knit stitch down and your purl, and you've got your cast, you know how to cast on and then do your knit and purl stitch, you can do almost anything. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. And as I say, just keep going. Don't give up if you're struggling. Do it. Keep going. Practice. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I don't mind answering them. And yeah, so let's get going.